Hi, welcome back to Shitoku Tech. In my previous video, I was using my TTGO T-Display connected to the Qubitro IoT platform to monitor the power output of my solar panels. Let's talk more about connecting your ESP32 device like a TTGO T-Display to the Qubitro IoT platform. You can start here at qubitro.com. There's a link to the portal and links to documentation. We'll talk about that in a bit. On the Qubitro portal, you're going to want to go ahead and create an account. I also recommend joining the Qubitro Discord server. You can get near real-time technical support from some of the top people at Qubitro. Okay, so when you first get started, you're going to want to create a project. So we'll go ahead and create our project here, Shitoku Tech Telemetry. I'm going to create that. Oh, it wants a description. I'm just going to call it Shitoku Tech Telemetry again. There we go. And you see there's links here to the API docs, developer docs, and if you need help, join Discord, ask on the forum, or browse the tutorials. So let's go ahead and create our project. Okay, so we're going to want to add a device. Okay, and we want to use MQTT connectivity. There we go, MQTT. You see there's a variety of other connectivity options. Continue. Okay, this device name is going to be Solar Panel 1. I'm going to use the same description. Okay. Device brand, Lilygo TTGO T-Display. And there's your time zone here. We'll hit continue. Okay, so you'll need to make note of these parameters here because you're going to need these in your sketch. You've got your username and password. The username is also synonymous with client ID. You see username and client ID are the same. So let's take a look here in the documentation under MQTT Platform Examples ESP32. They have a complete example sketch. There's also an example sketch in the Arduino IDE library Qubitro MQTT client. You see I have the latest version installed here. And that's under examples. And you got to scroll down and find the Qubitro MQTT client. And they have this basic connection sketch. It's a little different than the one from the documents. Now, let's look at the mashup of my code. Basically, I took my TTGO T-Display Voltmeter and I've mashed it up with the bits for the ESP32 Qubitro IoT client. So I have my TTGO T-Display bits here. We initialize the TFT ESPI. Here's where you're going to put in your device ID and your device password from the properties of the device here. Then, of course, you're going to want your Wi-Fi SSID and password. A little further down here, I'm setting up the TTGO T-Display. And here in void loop, I'm displaying the voltage on there. And you see here from the example sketch, I needed to modify it a little bit, but this is building the payload for the MQTT client. And then it begins the message, prints the payload, and then ends the message. And again, it uses that device ID from the portal here, client ID. So we're ready to upload this sketch to our TTGO T-Display. So let's check it out. Yeah, you can see the TTGO T-Display is displaying the voltage from the solar panel and is connected to the Qubitro IoT platform. Let's go back to the portal. Okay, so I've already established a project, Shitoku Tech Telemetry, and we see our solar panel 1 has connected up and we've got live data. Let's see what we can do with that. Under Analytics, we can add charts. So here I have a chart showing the last 30 days of my solar panel output. You can also create rules. This lets you create a webhook. Let's take a look at this here. Okay, if solar panel 1 is less than, let's say 5 volts, we create a webhook. So this lets you send your data from your Qubitro IoT connected device to another application if they accept webhooks, which is pretty common. We'll get into that in a future video. Now, your project also has a dashboard. Let's go ahead and add a widget. Here we go. Let's give it a title. We select our project. We select the device. And the widget type is going to be, let's go with line chart. Continue. Okay, so we have to select the correct sensor, in this case solar panel 1. And let's check out the unit list here. Yeah, it's volts. I'm going to go with line curve is normal. And let's get a color here. And let's create that widget. And I'm going to go ahead and stretch this out, make it bigger. So we can look at voltage over time from our solar panel. Let's talk about the different plans. The starter plan is free. It allows you to connect up to 2 devices. You can have 1 project, and you can have 1 dashboard. And there is 1 month of data retention. So the data that your device produces goes back over the last 30 days. When we look at scale, you're basically going to pay $2 a month per connected device. And this lets you pay as you connect, have up to 100 devices, up to 5 projects, 3 months of data retention, and you get standard support. Whereas the free plan is community support. You're likely to get your help from the Qubitro server on Discord. But I really, this is a very attractive offering here. There's a lot you could do with that. Well, anyway, leave a comment down below on what you might like to try to do with Qubitro IoT Platform. Give this video a like, and before you go watch more of my Qubitro IoT videos, please click on subscribe. Thank you very much.